welcome to my channel. In my last video, I promised to make a video about scoliosis, and so here it is. And before I start the video, I want to say I am covered. Don't throw a fit in the comments. Thank you very much. I also want to mention, if I may look a bit funny, I have written this down because I don't want to miss any important details of each part is. The official Google definition is abnormal curvature of the spine. It's not really a curve. In simpler terms, is when your spine is rotating, which means all your ribs and your organs are rotating with it. Like this is straight, that's straight, but this is doing its own thing. I have 2 rotations, which is actually better than 1. Because the secondary balances out the primary. X-ray is not 360s, just, and it looks like curves, because, when it's rotating, it's going to look like curves if it's just 1D. There's one advantage, but everything else is limited or you just can't do it. Especially anything physically active. Well, imagine something just covering your torso. You already can't move that, and then it's adding weight. It's not that much weight, but it really does make a difference. I've tried a cartwheel, I've tried a handstand, I've tried running. Starting off with bending. That's to do with everything. Some people think you bend from the stomach. Where do you even get this idea? That's not gonna get you in real life. You gotta bend from your hips. This part will go into your leg, and that really hurts. When I tried running, it felt like everything was on fire, and I was so out of breath I thought I was gonna pass out. Cause you can't even raise your legs high. It's this weird, pathetic thing. I do gymnastics, so I have to use my free hours to do that. When I say free hours, I mean I have to wear my brace 20 hours every single day. So I can only have 4 hours without it off. You may think that's a lot of time. It's not. I have to use most of that for gymnastics, and then I have to do physical therapy, and then I also have to shower. Literally, if I just want to sit outside, I'll get overheated, uncomfortable, and sweaty. And mind you, I have to save my hours to shower later. Everyone's hours varies. Some people only have to wear at night, aka 12 to 10 hours. If I work 10 to 12 hours, that's equivalent to not wearing it at all for me. Some people have to wear 18 hours. It just all depends on your case. You wear a brace until you're done growing, and everyone grows at different rates, earlier or later, or whenever you grow. That's when you would have to wear a brace, because it gets worse with growth spurts. Because when you grow, your rotations grow. Another thing that I can't stress enough, do not touch my brace. I do not care if you're family, if you're a friend, if you're whoever, do not touch my brace. I don't like it. It's annoying. It's uncomfortable. I know I've said yes to some people because I didn't want to come off as rude, but from now on, don't touch my brace. Just don't. Okay, it's really not that hard. Also, when people see someone else touching my brace, they take it as an open invitation as, oh, that one person is touching their brace. That means I can too. And then, all of a sudden there's 20 people saying, me next, I'm after blah blah, let me touch it, my turn, and they just all have to touch my brace. I move and people follow because they just can't take a hint. Isn't that funny? People just get upset if you say no. They get really offended. Well, you let her touch it. Well, blah blah touched it. Why can't I touch it? What's the big deal? I should be able to touch it. And they get all mad and have to show dominance and just touch my brace anyways. Seriously, people, I don't like it. It's simple. I don't have to have a reason of why I don't like it. Ending on a positive note is not bulletproof, but you will feel bulletproof. I'm not a fan of my brace showing because the looks I get, the same repeating questions I get every single day, and some of the dumbest questions that I've ever heard. On the questions, I completely understand that you come from a place with good means and curiosity, but it gets really annoying and frustrating answering the same exact questions every single day. And some of the dumbest questions I've ever heard, I explain everything and just... Ever thought of Google? I've actually gotten these questions after answering everything. Do you sleep in it? I don't know where you're from, but here on planet Earth, a day is 24 hours and night is 12 hours. Are you still wearing that thing? No, my family just got this super expensive brace for me to wear once, and in one day it fixed all my problems. you know, like my whole entire spine in one day. I just threw it out. Do you shower in it? How in the world would I shower in it? Who showers in clothes? Like, I know I don't. I don't want to get my clothes wet. And, like, I can't reach that area. What? Do you swim in it? That's like asking me, do you want to drown? I don't even want to mention the others. Just, if you're getting a brace, this will be really helpful for you because this is kind of what it's like and some tips. Or if you already have a brace, you may learn a few new things. Around 25 degrees, you'll need a brace. When getting a brace, it's hard. I won't sugarcoat anything because, like, you deserve to know everything that's coming your way. You'll probably think it never gets better. I thought that. I was so impatient and I just wanted it to subside. For everyone, the time is different. For me, it took about 3 weeks until, like, I got used to it and the pain was mainly gone. So it may even take shorter for you. Like, I think for someone it only took them a couple days. Don't expect like a couple days, but just know that it does get better. And it's annoying for me to tell you to be patient. Keep in mind it's different for everyone, so it may be worse or better for you than it was for me. And you may experience some things that I don't or didn't. This may seem like a lot, it really isn't. This isn't going to make everything better, but it will definitely help you a lot. If you have more questions that I didn't already describe, or like not those stupid questions, and I will do my best to answer your questions. Or so make a plan where you can go out and walk around because that helps your circulation and that will definitely make you feel better. And make sure the nurse knows so she can be able to help you, and the principal does so you can have like everything you need to help you deal with this. Don't feel embarrassed. It's really not that embarrassing, and you are not being needy. This is a legit problem, and like, if this helps you, it is so worth it, and you need to get over your nervousness and just ask. They will be there for you, and if they're not, get your guardian involved. I'd say white is probably the best option because if you're on the sun or if you're wearing clothes, you won't get as hot. It's not that see-through, and it's just better. Or if you do like patterns, go for it. Just keep in mind that you're stuck with that pattern until you get a new brace, which can be years, and it'll most likely be seen through all your clothes and you'll probably get hotter. Do not draw, paint, mark anything in the inside because, like, that's nasty and that's going to be rubbing on you, and you can't wash it out, and they are not going to give you a new brace. But you can definitely draw, color, paint, whatever you want on the outside. It will definitely come off, probably on your clothes too. But if you put like strong Scotch tape over, he said it should stay. Before you get your brace, go through your closet and get rid of anything that you don't like, haven't worn, and know you won't wear, doesn't fit you. So you can get extra money to buy new clothes because you will need new clothes since dress codes are ridiculous, and you just need stuff that will fit and cover up your brace and like be comfortable for you. Keep the clothes you like because there will be times that you don't have to wear your brace and you could wear those clothes. Like those rare times on weekends when I don't have plans and I have the hours to myself, I can wear what clothes I want. You can actually wear clothes you want. But, so just keep them because there will be times. It sounds silly that I'm saying this, but some people don't think. Wear your brace when you go shopping because you need to know what does and doesn't work. Avoid deep side cuts because this goes to your armpit, so it'll basically show through with like any of your clothes. But I mean, if you don't mind showing your brace, go for it. Crop tops and short length shirts, funky back peep the brace, sheer / see-through, tight clothes. You can see the outline very clearly. You can see like the buckles. Basically any other good looking clothes that you can find. I would go for more short sleeve things because this adds like 15 more degrees or something. And like depending where you live, especially if you're in the South, like I'd really suggest more short sleeve stuff. You'll thank me later. If you wear bras, avoid the underwire because this pushes the underwire into you. And then this also pushes the strap. Like I've legit had the strap mark printed on my back. Like the little hole, the part, where you slide it up and it kind of like doubles. I've had that. I've had where it connects it all on my back, and that is not comfortable. It gets really itchy, and with sports bras, they have like this, what's it called? I don't remember what it's called, but that leaves marks, and I just don't find those comfortable. But what I do suggest is like a bralette, because it doesn't have those markings. I just find those most comfortable, and I think it will work for you too. When I first got my brace, eating was very hard. Like, I don't know how to describe it. When you're sick and like you're hungry, but then you're full and each bite feels like you're gonna vomit. I barely ate, and it was horrible. If you need to take off your brace to eat, do it. Your eating is a priority, and that is more important. Like, be healthy and eat, and then put your brace back on. I would also suggest eating like slowly, so when you're full. Have lesser amounts instead of like a big meal, because it's easier for your body. And warning, you probably will vomit in your mouth a lot. Not like over a trash can, toilet vomiting, but like small vomits in your mouth. I even had that just trying to breathe. Just be prepared for that. It's nasty, but it does happen. I didn't do this, but when you're sick, you have soup usually. So maybe soup would be a good thing to have. And also, I don't know if this will make it harder for you to learn to eat with the brace on, but just keep that in mind. My sister also had scoliosis, so she taught me this. Your breathing is a bit restricted, and so, you usually breathe from your stomach, but, like, try chest breaths, where, like, it doesn't really make sense, but you kind of gotta, like, think your chest would go instead of your stomach, because it doesn't really work. But do not panic, because you get, like, lightheaded, and for how long you do that, you can pass out, and that's not good. Just calm down. But, disclaimer, on my physical therapy, she said I had to start relearning to breathe in my stomach again, because that was actually better. So, I don't know, like, if you should or should not do chest breaths. Try sticking with stomach breaths, but if you're having a hard time, just, like, think your chest area and breathe. Your skin in the area of your brace will be dried out. You can't use any, like, lotions or moisturizing products. And my doctor told me that I would have darker spots, but I didn't have that. I don't know if you may or may not. Also, when you first get it, whenever you take off your brace, wherever the spots are red is where you put alcohol on, because you need to dry out your skin. If you want to go against your doctor and moisturize your skin, you're going to rub your skin raw, and that hurts, and then you're going to have to wear your brace too, and that hurts even more. Someday you can have wonderfully smooth skin again. Your brace will probably itch, and coming from someone with lots of regrets about that, do not itch it. Try using baby powder, ice, gently rub it, because now what I have is something called dermographism, but whenever I scratch, it look like these swollen areas wherever I scratch it, and that's not a bad thing, just my skin's really sensitive. It's not good for your skin to rub it raw. Like, just please don't. You'll get used to it, I promise. Resist the urge. The most common pain you'll feel is probably aches. When I had aches, if I would like readjust my position or maybe like try to stick my finger in it, it would like start this new numbing pins and needles pain. And why I would do that is, I don't know which pain was better, by the way. It felt the same. Why I would do that is because it would kind of speed up the process for when the pain would like stop. So if you feel aches, maybe try like readjusting or massaging it if you can reach it, but it's just something that you have to wait out. You'll feel like every type of pain, pins and needles, numbness, aches, heat, like everything. And it is really, really bad, but you will get used to it. It does get better. Just remember, it does get better. When I was little, I had a lot of knots in my neck, and it was overall just very sore and achy. So what my doctor had me do is fill up a big sock with rice, not cooked rice, by the way. You could probably find these in the men's section, or this is just my dad's sock. My family has huge feet. I'm a size 9. And so just take a sock, like unroll this part around the glass to make it easier. Pour in the rice. Don't fill it completely, because like you see I have this much that's not filled. you want to be able to move it around, and you would just heat it up for 1 to 1.5 minutes depending on your microwave, because if you do more it'll burn, and then you put it on your sore area and the heat helps. Or you can also ice your back. When you ice your back, it's best to do it 15 to 20 minutes and then wait 48 hours until you do heat, and then just keep alternating. I don't do that every day, but that probably would be really good for you. If you want to take a bath, keep in mind you probably can't use those fancy bath bombs that we all love and all other good products. I think the purpose is to moisturize your skin, so you have to avoid those. I know it's sad, but you can probably find like some other cool thing to do. For me, sitting down was really painful. It goes to like my butt, and so you see it like presses, and when I sit down it would kind of like press and it would be like moving everything out, like oh. What everyone that I've talked to, like maybe a pillow would help, but you're probably not allowed to bring those at school. What's best for me and most people is sitting straight up, like really far back. I like this one better, but just you'll adjust, it's okay. Like at least you won't be like hunched over or like arched. The butt part of the brace will sometimes get like caught in the holes in the back of the chair, which sucks and hurts, and I don't know why those holes even exist. You'll just have to deal with it. I'm sorry. This part is a bit TMI, but when I had to use the restroom, I peed myself like the first 10 times. What you have to do is, instead of like pulling down your panties, since it's really hard to put them back on, you have to like take your undershirt and fold it up. You gotta like lean so there's more skin and pull it up, and like it's hard, so you gotta take your panties from one side and pull it over and do your business. TMI, but it will help you. Just don't be embarrassed if it happens to you. I suggest learning how to pee at home first. Sleeping may seem like it'll be hard, but it really isn't. It was actually probably the easiest part. For my sister, she was a side sleeper, but now she's a back sleeper because it was easier for her. I'm a side sleeper and I am still a side sleeper. Everyone's different, but I'd suggest a body pillow. I got mine from Five and Below. It's fuzzy, it's nice. I do face position, so I have my legs around it and like this. So even if you don't have scoliosis, get a body pillow. When your brace gets to about 40 degrees, you'll need surgery, which is not easy. I had a friend who got back surgery 2 weeks ago, and I know a little bit from her experience because I visited her, her mom informed me on some, and I texted her last night. These are her exact words. In the beginning, the pain was pretty bad, but every day it got a little bit better. You just have to keep going, and honestly, standing up and sitting down got so much easier, even just from the first time to the second time. So listen to your doctor when they say that, because they're not kidding. I remember how hard it was in the beginning to stand up, sit down, laying down, and readjusting in bed. Now, in just 2 weeks after, I can do all those things without thinking, almost just like before the surgery. If you're having the surgery, getting a brace, or any other method of fixing scoliosis, don't give up. It gets better, and in the end, it will all be okay. I didn't think the medicine was working because it still hurt until I forgot to take it, and it hurt lots. It does do lots, but it won't take away all the pain. Sorry if I'm not fully in frame. This is about the brace, not me. So I just took off my brace, which feels amazing. This is what a brace looks like. This is the front. It goes under one arm. It's different depending on how yours is. Your hole could be on this side, and then it's like a scan. They scan your body so it fits perfectly. So this is in the front. This is kind of like your hip area. In the back, you got 3 straps. It has to be middle, top, bottom. All these lines, because I've had to all go from one line to the next. What you do is going through this. You make sure it's not tangled. And for me, I'm on this dotted line, and so I have to make sure this dotted line is like up with here. You gotta make sure that this dotted line is on exactly, and you clip it, which is also hard not doing on a person, and then you put the Velcro down, and then you do it at the top and the bottom. I know this isn't gonna be like the best view, but this is how I put it on. You'll need a mirror. I have to turn to where the buckle is, and then I do as I showed you, and I clip it. And then I have to turn to the other side. how I wash my brace is I put in a tub and I just roll it over so it gets all wet, and then I use this, which is just for like your back, but I don't use it for my back, I just use it for my brace. You can use alcohol, which kills bacteria, but it doesn't get the dirt off, so you can use any body soap or hand soap. Sorry it's blurry, I just use what my mom gets me. So I just use it on my brace, doesn't really matter. You don't really need to wash the outside to get most things come off, but I do tend to still start scrubbing the whole inside. You can use a washcloth, but I prefer this thing. You can also wash your brace in a sink, whatever works best for you. After washing the inside, I'd suggest washing the straps because it probably gets sweaty and dirty as well. The fuzzy things are from clothes. Over time, these Sharpie marks tend to get faded, so you can always redraw them. I forgot to mention earlier, but you really don't need that much water, just some water to fill up your tub, and it doesn't matter what temperature it is at. When you're done scrubbing it everywhere, roll it, swish the water, it gets the soap off. I know I'm not fully in frame, and don't get mad about my bra, by the way, just don't. When you're done washing it, just take it out of the tub. There will be some suds, just wipe it off. It's simple. If you don't have enough free time to let it air dry, you'll have to towel dry it. Start by rubbing the outside. To get the straps pretty dry, wrap a towel around it and start going up and down really fast. You can blow dry the rest, but once again, I don't do it because I am lazy. For the inside, take your towels, the short sides up here, lay it across your lap, set your brace on, take the other end of it, pull it through. Then put your hand on the towel and go back and forth kind of fast. Go around the whole brace doing this for a little bit. It doesn't take that long to dry. I really would not recommend using a blow dryer as it will probably melt. If you want to blow dry it, go for it, but otherwise, that is it.